GRY.PH is the first ever cross-chain NFT marketplace based in the Philippines. Mickele Macon is the CEO and co-founder at GRY.PH. So, hi, Mickele. Welcome to the podcast. We're very happy to have you, and I hope you can shed some light on what NFTs really are and what you're building at GRY.PH.
Well, thank you for having me. I've been a fan of this podcast. I think I asked you guys like 6 months ago. So thank you for finally getting me on, man. It's been a minute, but I'm good. About the NFT marketplace, it's definitely an idea that we're coming across. We put in the white paper and things like that, and I can get into why the cross chain marketplace is something different. Right now, everybody goes to a couple of marketplaces. You have OpenSea, which is the major one, and then if you on Solana, there's Rare Eden, and then different blockchains have different marketplaces. So OpenSea actually has Ethereum, Polygon, which is another blockchain, and then they just added Solana. So even though OpenSea is like the number one marketplace in the world, it only has 3 blockchains. So if you're not on those blockchains, then you cannot go to OpenSea, you cannot purchase an NFT from those particular blockchains. So if you're on Solana, there's Eden Garden, and if you're on Avalanche, there's a particular NFT marketplace. If you're on Cardano, which is another market NFT blockchain, then there's so the NFTs are fragmented to go to get whatever the NFT that you want for the particular blockchain. And what the GRY.PH NFT marketplaces proposes is that we're going to have all the Ethereum-based projects, which is probably like 10 or 15 different blockchains that runs on the Ethereum blockchain. Then there's the Flow Network, which is another blockchain, and then there's Solana, which is another blockchain. And we're going to have all of these blockchains, all these NFTs, all these projects under one particular marketplace. And what happens is that, of course, when you get an NFT, for the average person, there's gas fees. Don't even understand. Like the price of the NFT is not the full price. You have to pay a gas fee. And that's a fee that the blockchain charges to do the transaction. And what we're proposing with the GRY.PH NFT cross chain marketplace is not only will you have all these different projects on one particular marketplace to make it easier for you, but then the GRY.PH token, which will be the token of choice in the particular marketplace, will pay for the gas fees. So you can use your GRY.PH token to supplement the gas fees, or you can actually use the GRY.PH token to put your project on a marketplace and that type of thing. So that's what we're proposing. That is the idea, and that is the goal. When it comes to NFTs, most people think of NFTs as a piece of art. A lot of people think of Bored Apes, or they heard of Kusha, which is a Philippine project that did pretty well here in the Philippines. And that's true. The NFTs, a lot of them right now are used for art purposes. But what we at GRY.PH are thinking of different user cases, how to bring the NFT into the physical and the real world, to where you can actually use an NFT. And there's different user cases. You can actually use an NFT to hold contracts. For to store data, to have a home, your lease on an NFT, and thing. So there's a lot of purposes that NFTs can be used for. But the major purpose right now that most people know of is, I want to get a Bored Ape. This guy sold this ape for $1 million, and I want to do an art project, and I want my project to sell like that. So that's what the user cases for a lot of NFTs are. At GRY.PH, we have a user case to where we use an NFT as a graphic on a physical graphic, and we put that graphic on the shirt, and then you have the physical NFT, which is the shirt. It's not really NFT, it's a shirt. It's merchandise. Then the design of that merchandise is on the NFT. The reason why we did that is because we have a limited amount of NFTs for a particular design. And if you say we sell 1,000 NFTs, and say that shirt sells 1 million shirts, 10% of the sales of the shirt goes back into the NFT. So then the NFT becomes a piece of value, because there's actually something physical that is making the NFT grow in value. Unlike most marketplaces and most pieces of art, it's all speculative. I put my art for a particular price. You pay that price, And if somebody else wants it, then I try to charge a higher price for me to make money, but it's all speculative. A lot of it goes to the floor price of how many is sold in a particular project, and also the value of who it treasures for. So we want to do something different that had something substantial behind the NFT besides speculative value. We wanted real value. And that's where we came up with the Griff clothing line with the NFTs that's bundled as collector's edition with particular merchandise.
Yeah. First of all, with regard to the NFT, I think what really makes it exciting is it's like in the Web3 space or in the digital space, because something is real when people believe it. When most people believe it. So NFT is basically just like that in the Web3 space, because it's authenticated in the blockchain and it's
Right.
immutable. So it's a fact. It basically becomes a fact. So it becomes real, at least
Right.
in that digital space. So
Right.
can I just ask you, why do you think NFTs are really a hype now? I mean, why the hype, and what value really are you putting onto this space with Griff NFT?
Well, I mean, the hype comes through people making money. If anybody sees anybody make money and they think it's easy, or they think that this is like the way to go, and everybody's gonna hop in, and that's pretty much kind of like what happened. You hear about Bored Apes or different NFTs selling for thousands, millions of dollars. You're thinking, "Wow, I'm an artist. I can do that. I can upload a picture onto to this digital format and make money." And that's pretty much what happened. But when it comes to Griff, we're kind of like trying to get away from that view. We want to take NFTs to the next level, because as I mentioned before, there's a lot of user cases and business user cases that hasn't even been invented yet, or haven't even been thought of, because people look at NFTs in one particular light. And just like you said, it's on the blockchain. So it's something that could be verified, something that could be looked upon, something that could be traded and sold. And that makes it very interesting that you can have something authenticated by a particular device that says, "Hey, this is my NFT. This is your NFT. You own it. That you got it at this date, this time. It costs this much." People like that. So then, when you add the fact that people are making money from it, then that's where the gold rush comes in. So but what we're trying to do at Griff is that we're trying to take NFTs to a physical, and where it's not, you're just not seeing a digital asset in a wallet or something that you can actually wear, you can actually touch, you can actually feel it, you can actually do something with it. And that's what we're trying to do at Griff, and also make it easier to onboard people to get into the NFT space. That's another initiative that we have at Griff also.
And putting aside that money making part of this whole crypto, of this whole Web3 thing, with regard to the NFTs provide, or with regard to Griff NFTs providing next level value, how do you think can it empower like maybe the artists, or like the fashion industry, given that you're also making those designs like authenticated and like real and like somehow original and like patented,
Right.
to some extent. Yeah.
Well, how we're helping the fashion industry and actually onboarding everybody is that our NFTs you do not purchase with crypto. You can purchase our NFTs with fiat, which is cash, or Gcash. So you can get a debit card, MasterCard, or Gcash, and go to our website and purchase a collector's edition, and you'll get that NFT sent to you. And that breaks a barrier for a lot of people, because most people, for most NFTs, you have to go to somewhere, to an exchange, and buy crypto. And then you have to take the crypto from the exchange and put it into your wallet, which is a whole nother transaction that a lot of people, don't know. And then once you get the crypto in your wallet, then you have to go to a site that the few where you can purchase something with crypto, and then purchase it, and that's a hassle, because if you do not have crypto, then you don't even know where to go get it, right? And then once you figure out where to get it, then you realize, I cannot just take this out this exchange and spend it right now. I have to take it and put it to a wallet or somewhere else for me to have it in my wallet. Now, okay, so then you lose fees in between all these different transactions. And then once you get it in your wallet, say you want to get an NFT and your wallet is the crypto that you got is not on a particular wallet, you have to download you have to go into the net and get information, and then get the ID number, and and then the wallet number and the contract address, and put all that information in the wallet. You laugh because you know what I'm saying. and it's a big hassle, right, for the average person. So think of that you can go somewhere, purchase an NFT that's official of somebody's design, and I can own that design, and I can actually buy it right now for 1,500 pesos. Right now, I got a credit card. Boom, I got this. I own this NFTs in my wallet. Now, how do I earn from this particular thing? And then that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to say that not only do you own this particular design, but you actually get a part of the profit for the sale of that design in merchandise. So if there's only 1,000 NFTs of the GRY.PH logo, and I'm one of the 1,000, but the GRY.PH logo the shirt sells 100,000 shirts or 200,000 shirts, and the value of my NFT rises because I'm getting part of the sale goes back into the NFT. That's something that's nobody's really doing, and you're actually investing into a particular design. So it's kind of like staking. I call it merch to earn.
Yeah, that's actually true. What you've said. First of all, because the crypto space is so exciting. Like, there's a lot of blockchains out there, and there are a lot of developers. Actually, they're using different languages. They're using different programs, and they build different wallets. They even have different cultures to some extent. And so like what GRY.PH is doing is actually like democratizing the ability of a common person, of an ordinary person, maybe an artist, to have access to make NFTs, and even to really own the design that he or she has. So my question now is, how did you really find about this problem, and why really did you start GRY.PH? I mean, because is there like have you seen that the crypto space is so, like, it's not easy to get into? I mean, how really did you find about this?
Well, fortunately, I have one of the best blockchain developers in the world. He goes by the blockchain whisperer. If guys know, they know who he is, and things like that. Me and him are friends. We actually are American. He's Filipino American. I'm African American, and we here in the Philippines. I met him years ago going to meetings. There was a PADCI meeting that you used to go to. I was also going to Bentech PH group meetings and things. So before the pandemic happened, there was a lot of meetings going on. So I would go to these meetings and meet people and introduce myself and stuff like that. And me and him just connected. And then the pandemic happened. Then everything kind of like miscommunicated. There was nothing going on. And what happened was I have a son. I have an 18-month-old son now, and I was asking my friend to be the godfather. We just started talking, and we was like, how can we get into the NFT? I don't want to do an ape. I want to do a business. I want to do something different. And so me and him just started talking, and we love underground culture and hip hop, and there's just a certain style that you have in that community. And we was like, what if we did fashion with NFTs? Oh man, that's different. Nobody's doing that. So we was thinking, okay, let's see if we can do a design and put it in a game and have the physical design with the the game design, and it's the same design. And we just started thinking of things. And then as we started doing the user case and putting the deck together and coming up with the idea, then we realized, oh wow, this is going to be something that nobody's done. Technologically, it's going to be different. We wanted to make it accessible to onboard people into the space. That's where we came up with instead of using crypto to purchase our items, to use fiat and cash. And then it became a problem with the gateways, because they're like, oh, using crypto, how that you're money laundering this, and then we had to prove that no, we're not doing that. It's this, it was a lot. And plus we registered in the United States. It's an actual GRY.PH is an actual Delaware C corporation. We started trying to get funding and investors. And at first, a lot of people was kind of skeptical because it's NFTs and it's closed. No, I don't understand it. They didn't get it. They didn't get it. Like, it was going for funding and it was just getting denied. So then we ended up getting angel investors. And that's where we kind of like bootstrapped it ourselves. We put our money into it, our time into it, our effort into it, and then we end up coming up with the platform. And now people see it and they're like, oh, now I get it. Okay, now I understand. But when you're pitching something to somebody and they don't see it, it's very hard for them, and you're techie, you're saying terms that the average person just don't get, they don't understand. It was hard getting to where we at now, but gratefully, we have good tech team, and we have good perseverance. We work hard, and we have an idea. So every GRY.PH is bootstrapped, 100% bootstrapped.
Yeah, it's actually very true what you said about the hip hop scene in the Philippines. I think the Philippines is one of a very strong hip hop culture, especially with.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of Flip Top Battle League, if you're familiar.
Yes,
yeah,
I know Flip Top.
so of course, and usually the battle MCs or like the rap artists, the hip hop artists, they make their own clothing line, they make their own brand, and they sell it as merchandise. So actually, what I imagine with GRY.PH can really be powerful, especially for them, because they can authenticate their designs and they don't have to learn like all the intricacies of blockchain, of Ethereum, of Cardano, whatever. With GRY.PH, they can just use Gcash maybe, and maybe with their platform, with the GRY.PH wallet and with the GRY.PH token, or maybe with just Philippine pesos. They can do that easily in that app or in the platform, and they can have an NFT. But my question maybe also is there something special in the Philippines? I mean, right now they're saying that Philippines is one of the like most number of NFT adopters or users.
Yes.
So is there something special in the Philippines? What do you think about this?
I mean, okay, first of all, I love the flip top community. When I pitched my company, I said that we're going to go after streamers, gamers, and flip top community. So if you know anybody in the flip top community, like say, hey, tell them to call me. I have $1 billion business plan for them right now. Like I want to support the flip top community. I think those guys are not getting the support that they need, and they need somebody from the United States that's in the hip hop culture to take what they need and give it to them when it comes to merchandising. Now that said, when it comes to the Philippines being adaptable, I've read articles that the Philippines is like the #1 most adaptable country when it comes to NFTs in the world. I'm hearing 38 to 42% of the people have NFTs. A lot of it happened because of Axie Infinity. And if you don't know what Axie Infinity is a play to earn game. And during the pandemic, I don't know who discovered this game, because I never heard of it until the pandemic. But somebody in the Philippines started making money and realizing that I can make money selling these Axies and having somebody do this for me, and I pay them a cut, and we can make money. And what happened was that the value of the Axie Infinity game at the time was very high. Crypto was high, so people was making 5,000 pesos a week, which is good money here in the Philippines. There was people that was actually making enough money to take care of their families and things like that. And during the pandemic, it kind of like became hot, a ticket. And so people was making money. Of course, somebody makes money, everybody jumps in, especially Filipinos. One thing that I can tell about the Filipino community and the people, when they find a way to make money, everybody is on that train to get that money. I don't like the word goes out like hot fire, hot cakes, and everybody's in it, and everybody's trying to get in it and things like that. And so that game was helping a lot of people survive during the pandemic. Unfortunately, because of the crypto winter that we're in, Axie Infinity is not even worth playing anymore. Like it's like the economy is bad now. But during that time, it was like a hot spot. So a lot of people got into NFTs because of this particular game, and then the art started selling. So then a lot of people started saying, "Oh, this is gone now, but we have this art. We have this way to make money here." So it's the Philippines is a very adaptable country. I've been to like a few meet and greets here with the NFT community. I'm in alpha groups with the NFT community. I speak to people about the NFT community, just like yourself. I'm honored to be here. So, but yeah, it's I think that the Philippines has the NFT adaptation also because it's a big crypto community here, and NFTs derive from crypto. So it's kind of like hand in hand. It's Philippines is one of the most knowledgeable countries when it comes to blockchain in the world. If anybody's not telling you this, they're lying. Philippines is one of the most adaptable, smart, educated countries when it comes to crypto. The user case, the knowledge of it, the the transactions of it. This is one of the best places to be when it comes to this space right now, actually.
I think it's really funny what you said about the Filipinos. I mean, like really to jump. I'm not sure if I should call it like a bandwagon, but really it's true that when there's something new, where people can make money, people just really jump into it. But the good thing with that is that like most people jump into, but some people they really learn, they really try to understand. But like for example, what blockchain really is, what crypto really is. So speaking of this, how was it forming the Filipino team? So Griff is also building the community and like the platform. So how was it building the team behind the community managers, maybe the blockchain developers? So are there really that kind of skills, technical skills and knowledge in the Philippines?
Yes. Well, my particular advisor, who was also my tech advisor, my financial advisor, and angel investor, Blockchain Whisperer, he is one of the best known blockchain developers here in the country. And his whole mission is to promote the NFT space. So he's working not only with Griff, but he's working with other projects, Arc of Dreams, Grad2 Gang. I believe he has a Bad Baby Bear. He's working with a lot of different projects, a lot of different people, and he's also promoting the community, from his work and his effort. And I'm doing the same also. So it was me and him, and then we had another tech guy, Charles, who's also a co-founder. We met. My advisor owned a company at one time called Sterling Tech. He sold it. He exited out. So if you don't know who Sterling is, Sterling's a paper company, one of the top paper companies in the Philippines. They have a tech division. They brought his team. They named it Sterling Tech, and he ran that until I think maybe a year ago. I think he left last year. And so I met them when it was at Sterling Tech, and we all just connected. So when we decided to do Griff, it was me and him because he's a programmer himself. He does everything himself. He does the smart contracts and Ethereum. He also does smart contracts in Polygon. He writes in Solidity. If you don't know what that is, that's a language that they use, a programming language for Ethereum. And Charles did a lot of work also. So it was just us three. And it was us three for a while. We had another person come, but it didn't work out. So Griff for like almost the first year was just us three. It looked like, I'm sorry for my mic, it looked like it was more because I was doing everything, but it was just us three. We got a marketing person for a minute. That didn't really go the way we wanted it. And I started doing interns to bring people on board and to give people the opportunity. So I ended up with 2 interns, and now they're part of the team. And then we actually have 7 interns now that came. We just onboarded 3 this week. We had another 3 before. So we have 8. We have 8 interns, and that's the team actually. Now the reason why I say interns because Griff, as we bootstrap, we have no budget, so I couldn't pay anybody. But people liked the project, and they liked the opportunity to be part of something bigger than themselves, just like me. And we became a team because of that. And that's how we bonded. And that's why Griff is pretty much where we at right now, is because people felt like they liked the project. They liked the technology. We was very open and transparent. I'm very flexible. And then they see how hard I work. And, just like you, I reach out to everybody, I talk to everybody, and I do everything. But there is a lot of Filipinos in this space, and they want to be a part of this space. The problem is that Web3 is new, and it's not a lot of big companies. Unless you work on YGG, or you got lucky to work with Beyonce or Coins or something like that, then of course, no, those companies got money, they pay people. But a lot of Web3 companies are just people like myself who are just out there trying to make it. And to do that, you have to kind of like open your heart and trust people. And I have been fortunate because of the hard work that we've established and the platform that we built and everything that we've done, that people like the project and they're rushing to it and being a part of it. And the college students that we have that are interning, they're taking it as I'm learning this space, I'm growing, and then I could take this skill possibly for somebody else. Or if Griff does what they're going to do, I can have a job at Griff and I help build something from the ground up. And I think most companies are successful. They have that. Even Facebook, they had interns. It was like 1 or 2 people programming. A lot of people came on board. They believed in it, and it grew. So I mean, that's just the typical startup. You have to have that.
Yeah. Speaking of like building Grief as a startup. I'm not sure if it's like a crypto winter now or like a bear market. I mean, there might be like some fears or like some negative views right now with the crypto space. So do you think would it be easier or more difficult for you to build Grief, given the current like market conditions, and like how do you plan to move forward? I mean, and what else maybe are you building towards into the future?
Okay. Well, to answer your question, is technically a crypto winter right now. Bitcoin is almost down to the 2017 level. It's like 26,000. It was like 21. It's dropped tremendously. But technically, we already have products built. We have our fashion line NFT part built. We have our Griff naming service, which I didn't even mention. Griff naming service is an NFT that you can purchase to own your domain to the Griff NFT market space. So instead of saying URL / www.startpodcast.com/Griff NFT marketplace, that's my project, you could just say GRY.PH. So that's what the NFT, the Griff naming service, it gives you it's an NFT that's tradable, and it gives you access to pinpoint your project on the marketplace. So it's kind of like what ENS is doing, but we're doing it for the NFT marketplace. We are going to add .eth to the Griff naming service to where you can use as your wallet address. Also, so instead of having 0x12345678910 send the crypto here, you can say, hey, startuppodcast.gry.ph.eth. Send me the crypto here. I receive it. It's in my wallet. So that's another product that we have that's out right now. Our whitelist is gasless, so you can actually get on the whitelist now. So if you see this, you're interested about the NFT marketplace project, you want to get in, you can sign the whitelist. Is available on the website, and also the white paper for the NFT marketplace is also on the website. So we have 2 products, and that has helped us that we have opportunity to generate revenue and to do business because we already did the diligence of having the products. So now that's a crypto winter, we really don't have to develop too much because we already developed what we needed to develop. We're just pretty much selling and trying to generate revenue right now at this time. And hopefully, actually, once I get things together, I'm going to give the Startup Podcast their own GNS just for this just for the love for coming today and just having me on the show. But at the end of we have a referral program, so you don't have to not be without. If you buy a Griff naming service, GNS, and you put in somebody's wallet address in, that wallet address gets 50% of the sale. So we're giving away 50% of our profit to the community so they can earn and trade. And in this crypto winter, we want to do something for people. So if you don't have ETH and you have a friend that has ETH, have them buy a GNS and say, hey, can you put this wallet address in the referral code? I get 50% of the sale. And that will go directly to that wallet once they redeem it and things like that. We did that for the community. So there's opportunity not only for us to help people, which I think is something great with Web3, because you don't see many businesses saying, hey, our referral program, we're giving away 50% of our profit. Where do you hear that? Except in Web3, right? We want to do something for the community, and we also want to do something for the Philippines, to help people earn and give people opportunity. So a lot of people sell a lot of things. They pitch a lot of things that they shouldn't, unfortunately. And we want to help people the right way. And that's why we have the referral program.
Yeah. That's actually an interesting use case of NFTs. Like really owning the name or the domain, or like how to pinpoint you in this whole internet, in this whole
Right.
in this whole web space. So it's not just art or music or like
Right.
those digital assets that are digital images or videos or music that can be put into NFT. Even these names, even this
Yes.
authentication in the internet, in the web space.
Yes.
And speaking of building during this Scream to Winter, just to say it again, we talked about this during our pre-recording conversations. It's actually the time to build, because like Ethereum, for example, is very cheap now. So
Yes.
if you're building an app or a DApp in the Ethereum virtual machine or in the Ethereum blockchain, it's actually cheaper to build now. So it can be somehow an opportunity, especially for those that really build, and those not just in crypto for speculative money making. I also saw the NFT wallet in your website, so yes. I think it looks awesome, especially when I'm imagining like those flipped up MCs. They have their own merchandises into NFTs, and I can buy from my favorite artists, and I can show anyone my NFT wallet, and maybe I want to trade. So maybe the values of some of those NFTs have risen up. So maybe I can sell some. Maybe so. Is that how it works? I mean, can anyone view like the NFTs under GRY that I have?
Yes, right now you can actually view the wallet, the GRY NFTs on OpenSea, or if you have a particular MetaMask or a different wallet, you can right now, you can actually, not only can you view our NFTs on MetaMask or different wallets, but you also trade. Raritable's another place. You can trade our NFTs. You can post the NFTs on OpenSea. We have an NFT. We have a GRY Streetwear page for not only our NFTs, but we also have one for the GNS. So you can actually see the GNS. You can look at the contract address. You can see everything. The particular GRY wallet, what we're doing with the NFT marketplace is that, as we mentioned earlier, if you get NFT and if it's not on Ethereum, say it's on Polygon, how do you see your NFT in MetaMask? It doesn't come up automatically. So you have to go into the mainnet and add the Polygon mainnet to MetaMask just to see all the Polygon NFTs in your MetaMask. Then, then you have to add the contract ID, the contract address, and the ID of the NFT into the MetaMask, just so it to appear on your wallet, right? What the GRY marketplace does and what the GRY wallet does is that when you own an NFT, no matter what platform, what blockchain it is, that NFT will appear in your GRY wallet automatically downloads. You don't have to do anything. It downloads automatically. It recognizes it in the system. Oh, this is the Star Podcast NFT. Okay, I'm gonna send it to his wallet, and boom, you don't have to do anything. It appears onto your wallet automatically. That is one of the technological advances that we want to do in this particular space. We want to have ease of use for the community, so the average person doesn't have to go through all these. And you know what? The reason why I know this, because I'm the one that had to go through things the hard way. I'm trying to upload NFT. It took me a month to see my own GRY NFT. Like it took me a month to figure out how to get this thing to appear in MetaMask. True story. So if I'm a CEO and I'm having problems trying to recognize NFTs from different blockchains and different platforms and different wallets, how about somebody that's not as technical advanced as I am, or who doesn't have a friend that's a programmer to call like, yo, man, I can't get my NFT. How do I get my NFT to appear in the wallet? If you don't have that friend, how do you find out? And you have to go to YouTube, or you have to get all this information, and then people lose interest because it's just too much of a barrier for me just to get into this space, to where we're trying to change that by creating the wallet and the NFT marketplace and things like that, to where everything's in one space. And not only will it be just art or music, you can have NFTs for selling homes, for real estate, for rentals, for for gaming. Your NFT, people don't know that you can program an NFT to move inside the NFT. I've actually seen this. Like, there's a lot of technology out there that's not being addressed that and used that. And what if you want to take your NFT into a game? How can will that game recognize your NFT? Will it show as 3D or wherever it is? And it can be done. There's technology, but it's not being used. So not only will the GRY NFT marketplace categorize everything and give you the opportunity to see all these different categories of NFTs in one space, we want to be the Amazon of NFTs. That is the goal for the GRY NFT market space. If it's an NFT, you want it, you can buy it, you can sell it, you can trade it in the GRY marketplace on any blockchain. Any NFT is in one place, and that's the goal of what we're trying to propose to the GRY NFT marketplace.
Yeah, that's actually really awesome. Now I see the value of being cross-chain. I mean, really making a platform that's easy to use for the common person. I mean, it's true. Actually, it's true. I tried before, like, buying NFTs, trading NFTs. I have MetaMask in my phone, but I gave up because it's too hard for me. I mean, there are instructions, but it's really too time consuming. I mean, it's really hard to follow. And sometimes different marketplaces from different blockchains, from different companies, they have different instructions, they have different wallets, so it's really too much of a headache that I just gave up.
I had a problem. A guy gave me a Solana NFT, and I downloaded a wallet thinking that I downloaded the Trust wallet, and so I said, hey, send your Solana NFT to my Trust wallet address. Realize that the Trust wallet doesn't have a space for NFTs. So I lost the NFT because I cannot go to Solana and get the contract information for the NFT because it's in the Trust wallet. I lost the NFT. And the reason why that happened is because MetaMask doesn't take Solana. So I went to Trust wallet because I was told that Trust wallet takes Solana, but then they don't read NFTs. They only use the crypto. So then I had to download Phantom, which is a wallet for Solana. Do you see how confusing that is? Yeah. Somebody sent me something for free. I gave them something that I thought would accept it. That didn't accept it. Then I had to download another. So now I have a Solana wallet, which is Phantom, but then I have a MetaMask wallet, which takes Ethereum and Polygon. That's too much. Like, that is too much for just the average person. And I'm a person that I'm a CEO of a tech company, and I'm saying that's just too much. It's just too much. It's too much of a barrier for the average person. The average person is not as techie as we are, as you are. Then they're not. They just want what they want. They wanted to see it. They want to purchase it. They want to get it quickly, and they don't want to deal with all this other technical stuff. And those barriers is what's holding back the NFT adoption space and crypto as a whole. Actually, it's very hard for people to get into the space and to know what to do with it. They lose things. There's fees that you don't know about. It's just a lot going on, and for the average person, that's a put off. So until we made products to make it easier for the average person, like my son is one, he should be able to get an NFT. When he can get an NFT with no problem, then we're somewhere, and then you'll see more mass market adaptation to this space. But a lot of this stuff has to be technical. And then you talked about something earlier about creating programs or apps or dApps in particular blockchains. So what if I create something in Solana and it's only used for Solana, and then I want to have something on Polygon and I can't connect to it because there's two different blockchains? The NFT, the GRY marketplace, you can create apps for the marketplace because it's cross-chain. So if you're doing something on Polygon or Solana, you'll be able to make an app and put it with the marketplace, and you can actually earn, and so I think that the NFT marketplace will be a big thing once we really get it going and get it understandable and get the funding for it, because it's needed for the community. And that's what we're all about at GRY. We're trying to make things very user friendly, so anybody, if you're 70 or if you're 10, you can get into our products and use it, and work the way it's supposed to work for you.
Yeah. It's true. It's true about the usability. I think right now, why crypto and NFTs or even the whole crypto space is it's still on the speculative stage. Like,
right.
I mean, adoption is like 0 or 0.1 or 0.1%. Because I mean, there may be some people who can use it, who can build those applications, but it's not usable for the common person. So for me, it's really on the speculative stage, non-adoption stage. I think that's also the reason why there's like a sort of crypto winter right now. And I think, and maybe I hope that in the next bull market, it will be the main reason, the key, adoption. I think
it has to be
crypto blockchains with like usability that can be adopted by more people. I think those are the blockchains that will rise in the next bull market. This is just my opinion. This is just not financial advice. So anyway, so for our last question, Mickele, this is a really wonderful conversation.
Yes, Jenny.
Can you just share like your vision really, or what do you see in the future in this space and for GRY.PH as a whole?
Well, as I mentioned before, our vision is cross-chain activity. Our goal is to bring the average person into this space and to give people the opportunity to earn from NFTs, to grow from NFTs, to use NFTs. And I think that what we're going to do at GRY.PH, what we want, and the projection is where we at, is to be a leader in this space to where we're building products that the average person can use to bring more people into this space. Just like the fashion line where you can actually purchase NFTs with Visa card, MasterCard, or Gcash. That right there, if it's used and if it's known, that could bring a lot of people into this space. And then we could teach them more about just the NFT space. We have a Discord channel. You can come to us. So we want to be forefront in technology. We want to be a forefront in user case ease of use for the average person. And I see GRY.PH being, because that's in our DNA. That's what we're doing now. And you are what you say you are, and you are what you put out there, right? So if we put out that we're doing things and our products is proving to do that, and and we're having the capability to do these things, then as long as the community supports us, then we'll be able to do it, Johnny. And I really feel that, hopefully, you can come and appreciate being a customer at GRY.PH. You like hip hop, we have your style, we have your flavor. We're your brand. We're the brand for hip hop, gaming, streaming, university, Web3, Web4, Web2, whatever. We're your brand because we live in the same space. We came up in the same way. We go through the same culture. We eat the same thing. We like the same thing. I love anime. I love gaming. I love streaming. I love tech. That's our culture. We created this. So, instead of Nike or Adidas telling us, hey, this is fashion, right? Or Louis Vuitton or, the big name brands, we decide what's fashion. And we have a choice and a brand that represent us. And that's what GRY.PH is.
Wow, that's really powerful. It's really about decentralization or even democratization of fashion, of the future, of the culture of our society. Yeah, so thank you, Mickele, for this wonderful conversation. I really love this conversation. So if our listeners just want to know more about GRY.PH, maybe they want to use the platform, they want to authenticate, they want to mint their NFTs or get whitelisted. So how can they get more information? Or are there channels they can join, or maybe they want to join the community?
Yes, we have a Discord channel, which is discord.io/GRY.PH NFT. Everything is GRY.PH NFT. Our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram. So if you put GRY.PH NFT in Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, that's us. That's our platform. Our website is GRY.PH. And the reason why that is because the PH is the domain, of course. Our company is GRY.PH. which is from a griffin, as you see in our logo behind me. Our logo is a griffin, and the griffin is a mythical creature. It's half eagle, half lion. So it's this mythical creature, and if you read about it, it's called a griffin. And we just shorten it to be Griff. And to make it easier for you to find us, GRY.PH. That's the website. It'll bring you up, and then you can look at our different products. If you're a streamer or a gamer or a flip top person and you want to get into marketing, or get into merchandising, please reach out to us, because we have agreements, and we will discuss how to get your product onto the platform. It's very easy. I give very great partnerships. Everybody's happy. I have 20 NFT projects that's on the Griff platform. So some of the NFT projects you like, if you look for their merch, most likely it's on Griff. If it's not on Griff, it will be, because we're talking to everybody. And not only that, we're opening up a US store. So not only will your merchandise be sold here in the Philippines, but it'll also be sold in the United States. And the United States store, the supplier ships internationally. So somebody from London or UAE or Mexico can shop at the Griff store in the United States, and they'll get their package shipped to them. So that is something to think about. We're international, not just here in the Philippines. We're actually in the United States, and we have a presence everywhere. But please just reach out to me. I mean, if you want to just send me an email, it's Mickele at GRY.PH. My name is Mickele, Mickele at GRY.PH. Send me an email. You can reach me. My name is on Facebook. You see my name, Mickele Macon. Hit me on Facebook. There's just so many ways to reach out to me. It's very easy. I'm very open, very accessible.
Yeah, I really hope we can connect Griff to the flip top community, to the flip top artists, and actually anyone who wants to build their own brand, and really to democratize branding, to democratize fashion, merchandise actually as a whole. So yeah, thank you very much, Mickele. This is a really wonderful conversation. Knowing more about NFTs, actually, knowing more how you're bringing NFTs to the next level. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to our 18 patrons. This episode is super powered by NutriCoach, the all-in-one productivity tool for dietitians and nutritionists. Looking for buy and sell online with Sigurado sellers, and Benjoy's Food Products, the home of premium bacon ends, tapa, and tocino. This episode is powered by ePlayment, Interleukin, and ROC.PH. Support us at www.patreon.com/startuppodcastph.